Well, how about I film the entire interaction, okay?
Why would you want to film it though?
Because I have been sabotaged and subverted.
Sabotage what, sorry?
And subverted, I've got a court hearing going on about being undermined by the security services.
Okay.
So I don't actually want any sort of sabotage. I was told I'm going to talk to a police officer. Now they, on themselves, before having heard evidence, sent the ambulance. That doesn't sound like honesty, does it? And now you tell me I'm not allowed to film.
I'm not too sure on the full details. End of the day, we've had a concern for welfare to come and see.
Oh, really? Well, I'm actually fine.
Okay, you're fine. Okay. Are you harmed in any way at all?
No. Well, not that you could tell, no.
No, I can't tell anything because I'm on this side of the door.
Yeah, well, sorry, I didn't call the ambulance. I would have gone to the ambulance or A&E had I got a...
Have you been to see the police this evening?
That's right.
Okay, and what they said?
Well, they said they're going to send around a police officer to actually discuss this case, not the ambulance.
Okay. Right, okay.
Sorry, can I just confirm what exactly were you told why you should be here?
I've been query mental health issues.
Mental health?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, you're at the wrong address. And I could want to confirm the police has not seen any evidence. So goodbye.
Your name is?
None of your business. Goodbye. I haven't called the ambulance.
Okay, you're not prepared to open the door to us?
No, I would rather go to bed. I've got to be at the court tomorrow. Sorry.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. I'll just have a word with my colleagues and we'll go from there.
Okay, so this was the police, without having seen evidence, sending around the ambulance for mental health issues. Well, this is great. This is absolutely marvelous. This is essentially lying, isn't it? I went to the police to submit evidence about what has happened. I talked to Tony Webb at the reception, and he told me to go back and I will see a police officer is going to come round then. And instead they send the ambulance services for mental health. I mean, doesn't that sound like the automatic sectioning of everybody who came forward? The automatic sectioning of Dr. Reinhard Munzert when he revealed that Siemens is essentially testing these weapons. Doesn't it sound like that? It's interesting, isn't it? So we have all these victims making police reports that don't actually turn up in the statistics. We have our scientists sectioned. Meanwhile, we have scientists from the US, from Germany, from Sweden. We've got the chief medical officer of Finland complaining about this for 10 years before she gets murdered in 2015. We know that several thousand people have reported this to the police in the UK. Several thousand people in Germany. In Germany, it's actually public because it has been documented in the press in 2001 that neighbors were attacking innocent people in their own home. In 2009, that's after 8 years, we have an ex-British agent going public that the intelligence agencies are mutilating innocent people with microwave weapons in 2009. And 7 years on, after the Brits have done enough all, the first reaction, when the scientist comes forward after 3 court appearances at the High Court, is to try to section them by sending out a mental health ambulance. Really? Really? I mean, I know being, working for MI5 and the police is a very busy job. So years pass by without you noticing, Whew. But it has been 15 years, guys, since this has been public. Okay? It's now public. It has been public in Germany for 15 years. The fact that the intelligence agencies are mutilating people has been public for 7 years. The fact that the chief medical officer of Finland has been murdered is public now for a year and a half, right? So after 15 years of public mutilation, the best thing you guys can do is to send around a mental health team to try to section somebody who went to the police to report an offence we know is happening in thousands and thousands of cases across Europe, which has been confirmed by your own agent, you dumbasses. 7 years ago. He's public. He went on public record again in, well, over a year ago now. Autumn 2015. He is up on frickin' YouTube, guys, on video, saying the same thing, that yes, intelligence agencies do target innocent people, and his marriage has been broken up when he blew the whistle on it. Right? I am sorry, MI5. We are past this now. It's public. Okay? It's now so public. It's public how thick you were for 15 years. How utterly retarded you were for 7 years not being able to put an end to this. It is super public with the murder of the chief medical officer of Finland. This doesn't pass people by, right? She was even alive for long enough to tell all her friends that she was maimed with microwave weapons so hard she ended up in hospital and ended up dying 3 days later. So it doesn't really get any more public than that, okay? So the only question is, how many people are you gonna senselessly maim, you nutters, before you finally shut this down and we can all get on with what we really want to do, which is actually solve real problems out there in the world. Not problems you created that otherwise wouldn't be there, but just real problems, like the environment maybe, or just poverty, or just unemployment. That's what I work on. You work on maiming women. I work on trying to actually solve these problems, okay? So this tonight is a waste of my time. This is even thicker than what you guys tried to pull off with Dr. Stephen Frost early on today. It defies stupidity. You understand? Today is the 26th of October. Okay? I have spent the entire day listening to the MOD being so stupid that they actually try to smear Dr. Stephen Frost with the most idiotic things one can imagine. I have just returned home to read in the Daily Mail the details of what I only just heard mentioned by the by, talking to Stephen Frost and his family. It's now in the Daily Mail how retarded these attempts were, right? And now I'm reporting your assaults on me to the police, and the mental health squad is the best you can do. I'm sorry, guys. Have you ever been on the internet? Do you know what's out there? Do you know that your crimes are so public? It's all there. The child abuse, the drugs, it's there. It's public. It has been public for years. The only people who don't know about it are probably just you. Otherwise, you wouldn't pull this off. You wouldn't even try. It's pathetic. So, this is now to record. I've just recorded the actual number. But let me show it again. And thankfully, I have not listened to Mr. Tony Webb forbidding me to actually record my conversation with him, because I do have it on record, and I do have him say to me that I should return home because an officer is gonna come around later. Now the log number is 2107 here, Manchester Police. So what we've just witnessed was actually a big fat lie from a police officer from Greater Manchester Police. Okay? This is bad. It's bad because after 15 years, the mental health bullcrap doesn't fly when your own British agent has gone public 7 years ago. You understand? It's too late. Yes? Yes? Chief Medical Officer has been murdered publicly. It was a public execution with electromagnetic weapons. Do you understand? And your own British agent blew the whistle in Germany 7 years ago. I am sorry. This shit doesn't fly no more. Yes? Game over. The only question is, how many more women would you like to maim with this bullcrap? Right? You know, you can maim my parents, my siblings and my husband and me, but it doesn't change the situation that this bullcrap has to be wound up because you are maiming publicly. You understand? And it's also public that these electromagnetic weapons have got the ability to send people mad, make them act out. You can move their limbs, you can knock them essentially unconscious, and an AI system can steer them, and you can make them murder their own partners. That's also in the public domain, right? That is also in the public domain. One of the things that Dr. Ronnie Kilder did before she was murdered was to actually reveal that Anna Lind, the assassin of Anna Lind, probably has undergone Delta programming, right? Because he turned the gun on himself at the end. So I'm sorry, it's all public now. You can stop murdering your own scientists, okay? It's 2016, seven freaking years after your own agent went public. Yes. And what you do now is you waste if this was actually a real ambulance crew, yeah, my ass. But you're actually wasting taxpayers' time. You know, you've got all these innocent people going to police stations, to hospital, saying truthfully that you are microwaving them. You could just stop. You know, it would actually be better if you stopped at some point, instead of continuing maiming them and then creating more bullshit and then yet more bullshit to cover up the bullshit you created, trying to cover up the maiming. I mean, it's an endless iteration process mathematically, yes? So what you've just done there was bullcrap, okay? What you did with Dr. Stephen Frost was mega bullcrap, and it doesn't work. You understand? It doesn't work. Because mathematically, with the internet and with Twitter, you can try to censor Twitter, yes, but people will notice and then they post it somewhere else. The only thing we needed in our society is the ability to contact each other without having inhibition barriers. That's all.